Good evening and welcome back to Let's Play The Longest Journey. When we left off last time, a while ago, sorry about that break. Anyhow, we found Quaman, the source of all of the rumbling on the island. We woke him up, we've talked to him, we got him back in his home by the Orlawal, made peace between him and them. Things are going quite nicely. He needs some help though. He needs a fishing lure. The fish just aren't biting what he's got, so we need something shiny. Do you think fish would go for a candy wrapper? Is that good enough to be a lure on its own? Oh my gosh, I think it is.
Could this wrapper work as a lure?
Yes. Yes, with some work. It'd be perfect for...
We didn't even need our light as a leaf potion
now,
or whatever.
Quaman can make
Light in
one,
the air, whatever we call it.
and hopefully catch many fish.
Excellent. Alright, so how's that going with the lure?
Hello, Quaman.
Hello, April.
Happy fishing.
Thank you.
What about borrowing that fishing pole? Okay, maybe we need to, like, leave the area and then go right back.
Hello, Quaman.
Hello, April.
Happy fishing.
Thank you.
Not the case. Okay, but it's not in our inventory anymore. We did give it to him. Alright, I'm thinking we just give him some time and come back a little later. Wait a while so he can catch some fish. Maybe Crow will be back and we need to chat with him a bit or something. Alright. Not talked to him in a while, so let's see if we can get him out here.
I guess he's not around. I should try again later.
Alright, well then maybe we should go see what our fellas are doing over here. If they're working on the lunar cannon. How's it going, guys? Yeah.
How come you're not working on your lunar cannon now?
Because of that infernal noise is
No,
why.
it stopped.
But Quaman has moved back to the Orlawal village. He's not going to disturb you again. Trust me.
Really? How the heck did that happen? Nah, I don't care. The important thing is we can work again. Thanks, lady.
You're welcome. So you're gonna get right on that? Excellent. Is there anything I can do to help you with your lunar cannon? Speed things along? We still need something to tie the rope to launch to the other side, and I'm a little worried that it might end up being one of the stickmen themselves. Kind of hope that's not the case, but I could see it happening. Alright, let's get right up there and see what they're doing. So then, how goes it?
I'd be happy to talk to you later, but I got some fine-tuning to do before I'm done.
Alright, Wick?
How's it going?
Almost there. Oh, one tiny little problem,
What's
though.
that?
And that is?
We don't have a bowstring for our...
Oh, I can help you with that, guys.
Propulsion drive mechanism, Wick.
What he said, yeah, we need a bowstring. Something strong and flexible and sinewy.
Like what?
Like a rope.
I don't know, lady. I'm no engineer. I'm just a supervisor.
String made from animal guts would be perfect.
Yeah, but look at us. Do we look like the kind of stickmen who'd make good hunters? Do you see me going after a gate beast carrying what, a cone? A dry leaf sharpened to a razor
I wonder if
edge?
that's the voice of our workers back in Stark. Is that the Union guy? Alright. Scoot a little to the side, April. There we go. I want to talk to Willow.
Can't talk. Busy.
Alright, alright. Well, gentlemen, how would this rope do? It won't? Really? Oh. I was feeling like that'd be... Well, I don't think I have anything sinewy. Oh, man, I hope we don't have to kill some kind of animal and get its guts. I mean, yeah, I know that's a way you can make, like, a rope or whatever, but it's not a thing I want to actually do. Huh. Oh, we can still go back to his glade. Was there anything else here? There's the fish in the well. I don't know what we'd really want to do with one of them.
It's a deep well with cold, brackish water and some seriously demented albino fish.
What, are we going to try and make them something out of fish guts? Alright, let's check back in with Kwame. Ah, excellent. You caught some fish.
Looks like Kwame just had himself a solid lunch. That was quick. There are only bones left of his catch.
Yeah, can we take them? Excellent. She takes the skull. Alright.
It's Kwame. He looks happy now that the Orloa let him have his old fishing spot back.
So let's ask before we just grab the fishing pole.
Did my lure work okay?
It be working very good. Quamon catch a large, tasty fish very quickly. April be wanting a taste?
Probably should. When's the last time we ate?
No. No offense. I'm just not too fond of
You
seafood.
gotta eat something, April.
This not be seafood. It be human food.
So then...
What's Kwame gonna be doing now?
Quamon be sitting here until the sun sets. Then he be going to sleep.
Oh boy.
And tomorrow?
Hopefully you don't snore.
Quamon be deciding that when he wakes up in the morning.
Each day one at a time, April.
Man, you got relaxing down to a fine art.
Quamon not be knowing anything about fine art. He be a Philistine.
I'll see you later,
Oh,
Kwame.
Kwame. Okay, well he did say
So will
before
I. Goodbye.
that we could borrow the fishing rod, so I think we're good to just go for it.
It's Kwame's fishing rod.
We're gonna use his... Oh no! We're gonna use his fishing rod for the lunar
I don't
cannon.
figure I'll be needing the rod anytime soon, but I'll borrow the
No,
rod.
it's not borrowing if you're giving it to the Styxmen to use for their lunar cannon. Oh,
It's Kwame's fishing rod.
shoot, and we can't leave him the rope or anything in exchange? How's he gonna catch fish if we take... Oh, this is... Well, see, here we go, here we go. We helped him out at first, but we gotta do something to ruin everybody's day. Hopefully he can make a new fishing line from somewhere. I mean, he jumped off and swam to this island, so I'm assuming he didn't have a fishing pole to start with, but... It's pretty cold to oh, let me just borrow this, but we're never gonna give it back. Alright, let's take a look here.
It's a long, strong, and flexible fishing line. I borrowed it from Kwame's fishing rod.
I like that the borrowed is in quotes there. At least Game is being honest. We're not going to fool ourselves into thinking we're going to somehow give this thing back. Oh, we can't just give this to them.
The remains of Kwame's catch, and a very convenient shape it is, if I may say so. Like a hook.
Indeed. It probably goes with the rope. There we are. Okay. I was feeling like this fishing line was really going to be it. There we go. I can give it to any of them? Well, we should probably give it to this fella. Here you go.
Can you use this as bowstring for your, lunar cannon?
Let me see that. Oh yeah, that gonna work good.
All right, listen up. I got us what we need. And now we finish this damn cannon. Go to work, people. Give us a few minutes, lady, and we'll be all done.
All right. Yeah, sounds like it's progressing smoothly.
It worked.
Of course it worked, you wood-brained fool. I built it.
You supervised it. Okay, so we got this thing. How would you guys feel about launching this across to the other side? Because that would very much help me. Alright, maybe we talk to him about it first.
Are you done?
Yes, ma'am. The lunar cannon is now ready to be tested.
Let's test it.
Well,
Well, what?
are you gonna do it?
Do what?
Test it!
Test the cannon.
Me? And get myself killed? I think not. But go ahead, be my guest.
Alright.
I don't think I'll fit in there.
Well, we can fit something else in
That
there.
ain't my problem.
Alright, what do these guys have to say about it?
Yup, the cannon is done. I feel like sleeping for a year or two.
Scooch aside. Willow?
Hey, all done. And we did absolutely nothing. As usual, aside from shouting a lot and kicking mine and Woody's arse.
Sorry about that, buddy. Alright then. I really want to put this in there. Yes.
I'll just place the hook along the bowstring, like so, and let the rope trail behind it. Okay, we're ready to
Shouldn't we
fire.
anchor the rope over here somehow? No, let's just do it. Looks good. Oh man, and she, no hesitation, she just goes for it. Kudos to you, April. Elation. Alright, we found them.
There's a slight updraft here.
Alright, I think we're gonna
The wind
need...
is channeled through that chasm down there and blown out and up here.
Alright, I think we're gonna need to shout across the chasm at him.
It's a leathery creature with wings, like a mix between a giant bat and a pterodactyl. Must be one of the Alatien. It looks more like a warrior than a storyteller, though.
It looks gonna be
I
deceiving.
hope it speaks English. I mean, Alton.
Alton, good job catching yourself there, April. You're getting it. So then, well, instead, I kind of wanted to do a sort of general, oh, hello there, but we can start with just direct questions. So,
Is there another way to get into the volcano?
No. This pass is the only way.
I'm sure there's a secret cave. What would even be there to make us sure of that? Let's try not being rude.
What's up this road?
The Alatien village of Tamar.
Where's the Alatien village of Tama? Up the road. That's what he just told us.
Where's the Alatien village of Tamar?
Up this road and into the volcano.
Alright.
Isn't it dangerous to live inside a volcano?
This volcano has not erupted for thousands of years, and the gods protect us. We are safe here.
Alright, would you mind helping me across?
Can you help me across?
You are human, and we don't allow human strangers into our village. If you wish to trade, let us know where your ship is anchored, and we will send traders to you with our merchandise.
Well, I'm actually here to
I don't have a
reunite you.
ship, and I
with
didn't come
Miriam.
here to trade. I came to talk to your leaders.
I'm sorry, but we don't allow strangers into our
Well,
village.
fine. Can your leaders come out and talk to me? Actually, I am a trader. No. Well, we'll try it.
Actually, I am a trader.
Where is your ship anchored?
Secret.
In, Coconut Grove?
There is no coconut grove on Elias.
So, I'm not a trader, but I am a friend of the Alatien people.
We don't know you. There is no friendship between strangers, human.
Yeah, everyone else had a prophecy. How about you guys?
Don't your people have a prophecy about a stranger who comes without a ship? Or something like that?
I don't know of any prophecies, human.
Bummer. It was worth a shot.
What kind of prophecies do you know about?
We don't tell our stories to strangers.
Aw, I heard you guys were awesome storytellers. What's the point if you won't tell anybody else your stories? Well, okay.
I'm sure there's a secret cave somewhere that leads into the volcano.
No, there isn't.
There's always a secret cave.
Not here.
And this guy, he's like, why does she want to get in here so badly? I told her we don't want strangers, and she keeps pestering. I'd be suspicious if I were him.
Are you absolutely sure there's no secret cave?
Human, you talk too much, even for an elation.
Thank you.
Yes, but you must leave now.
Why? I could just stay here. What are you going to do about it?
Thank you.
No,
Yes,
that's it,
but
huh?
You must leave now.
We gotta find a way across. So, we got an updraft, so if we have anything to... Well, we do have a potion, but it seems really dangerous to just float across. Eh. Worth a shot, right? This seems like possibly... I mean, what if we just float off into
God,
wherever?
I think I'm gonna throw up. That was so not appetizing.
Well, you got the
Weirdest
updraft. Go
thing,
for it.
though, I do feel lighter. Like I lost 90 pounds. I can't even imagine what people would pay for this stuff back home. Whoa, I'm fly! Not. I guess I still weigh too much to be carried on that slight updraft.
So, what do? Drink more of it? We need something to sort of glide across with. I don't think any of this is good. Oh, our potion's gone. A strong wind to help us over?
I'll save it for when I really need it.
No. And we don't want to bind magic or invisibility. I don't know that any of this is really going to be helpful. No, I feel like we need to find something that would help us sort of glide across. This isn't doing it. Well, let's go around and see what else we can scavenge. Oh, how do we get out of here? Okay, perhaps what we have is in our inventory, and I just don't know how to access it. But I better figure it out, because there's no going back. There really no going back?
I look like a real sailor. Arr, matey.
Yeah, I think there's really no going back. Alright then.
Whoa, I'm fly! Not. I guess I still weigh too much to be carried on that slight updraft.
Sorry, April, didn't mean to click you all the way to the edge. So then. None of this seems promising. Talk to this guy again?
Thank you.
Nope. And just running and jumping isn't going to do it? No, don't.
Whoa.
Okay.
Not.
So. Coin? Maybe if I toss something to him? Can Crow help me out?
I guess he's not around. I should try again later.
Bummer. Alright. Look, I have this fabulous thing I could trade you. I'm the chosen one. Got this stone. What use would the watch be? Okay. We're gonna go nice and slow, because maybe there's something that I'm just overlooking. Also, are we caught up with the diary? Yes, we are. Okay, so if we click on that, she just goes to try and check it out. It's no good. If we click on this, I have a feeling that she's going to stop. Nope, she's not even going to try to go to it. Okay. Talking to this guy does not help.
It's an elation.
You know, it doesn't look that far apart. When we took the potion before, we were able to jump up really high in the alchemist castle, right? So I bet if she would just run for it and take a leap, we could totally clear this gap here. I can't blame her for being reluctant, though. Even though it doesn't look that tall from here, when you're up on a place, it seems a lot more. Okay, I gotta be missing something. Nope, and then she slows right down, so that's not going to do it.
Not.
Do we want to put the wind into the updraft? It seems like it would maybe help just blow us right across, right? Oh, we do.
That's the last of it, unfortunately. Ah!
Oh, but there we go. Yep. Ha-ha! How about that one?
Human, you flew across the chasm. You don't have wings, but still, you fly like the Alatien.
Well, how about that?
Believe me, I'm as shocked as you are.
Are you the Windbringer?
Oh, the Windbringers. You do have some prophecies. I want to just be like, yes, I am. I probably am. But, tell me what the Windbringer is first.
What's the Windbringer?
It's a prophecy amongst my people.
Well, tell me about it.
Of course, there's no escaping the prophecies.
It's said that someone not of the Alatien shall come among us to float on the wind like an Alatien, to learn our stories, to bring the wind back to us, and to bring us into a new and happier age.
Yep, that'd be me.
Is that all? You know, I'm starting to forget how simple my life used to be. Family, friends, grades, boys, no prophecies, nobody looking to me for salvation.
But it's kind of cool being someone who
I
can
don't
come through and make a
understand,
change in
Windbringer.
people's lives, isn't
You
it,
should
April?
speak with our teller up in the city. She'll be wanting to see you, I'm sure. We've waited for the Windbringer for a very long time.
Excellent.
The teller? Thanks.
No, Windbringer, thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Did you have anything else to say?
Thanks for your help.
No.
You should go see the teller. She'll want to speak with you.
All right, I will get on that. Thank you. Nothing past the door? Okay, here we go. Well, hello there, Alatien.
Hello.
Good day, stranger. What would you hear among the Alatien?
I'm looking for stories.
I need to speak with the teller.
The teller? Go down into the city and you will see the castle. The teller, she keeps to the tower. She's old and her eyes don't take well to the sun.
All right. Thank you for being so welcoming. The other guy was all like, you're a stranger and you don't get to come in. But this guy, now that we're in, he's just like, yeah, well, she made it in. Let's just tell her whatever she wants to know.
When the city was inhabited by its original population, that tower was probably an important one, part of a temple or a palace. Now, though, it's just another ruin.
How do you know that these guys weren't the original population and that they didn't build this city?
Nature's reclaiming lost ground. The contrast between wilderness and civilization is such a striking image. I almost wish I had my canvas and paints with me now.
That was kind of cool, though, right there, that she's referencing her past life and, you know, all the various goals and ambitions she used to have. She wanted to be an artist, so artistic inspiration. Not that it's going to do us much good, since we have to go be the guardian, but... Oh, a little one.
It's a little Alatien girl.
Let's talk to her. This is kind of nice. We didn't get to see any Merum other than the queen, but here we're seeing all kinds of Alatien. I mean, I guess maybe it's a fair thing to think it's not their city,
Hi there.
judging by the nest.
What you doing?
I don't know.
Playing?
Yeah, what are you playing?
Nothing. My daddy's in the castle watch. He's allowed to sharpen his claws.
Really? My daddy owns a farm.
Yeah? Do you have animals there?
Sure. He has some cows and some horses and...
What's cows and horses?
Well, cows are big, brown, fat animals with 4 legs and white
They're
spots.
always brown and
And they
white.
go moo a lot.
Sometimes they're black and white, sometimes they're black.
And horses?
Horses are fun to be around. They run really fast and they can jump over tall fences and they look beautiful and graceful. But the best thing about horses is that you can ride them.
I can run fast, too. But I can't fly yet. My wings aren't fully formed. But when I grow up, I'll fly far away and see everything. I'll go see our horses.
Aw.
That would be nice. My name's April. What's yours?
Saina, will you be my friend, April?
Certainly.
Of course, Saina, as long as you promise to be my friend.
I promise.
So, yeah, where's the other kids?
Where are the other children in your village?
Oh, they're in school now.
Why aren't you?
And why aren't you in school?
Because I'm ahead of everyone else. I'm really smart, you know. I'm the only youngling to have learned the first tale this soon. So some days, I get to do what I want.
Sounds awesome. Enjoy it, kiddo.
It's a little boring, though.
Aw.
I wish I was in school. At least there I could sing and play and jump around with all the other children.
Well, yeah, if you want to go, can't you just go?
Why don't you go to school anyway?
Because they say I would just distract the other children who are still learning their first tales. It's not fair. I mean, I get to play by myself and everything, but that's not fun all day.
Aw.
And my mommy's working on her pottery at home, and she doesn't want me disturbing her because she might make a mistake. But the day after tomorrow, I get to go back to school, because then we're going to learn some more flying lessons. They're always a lot of fun, and I'm getting pretty good at that too.
Huh.
I bet. I wish I had wings like you do.
That would be awesome.
Yes, they're very good to have when you fly.
All right, then.
Do you know where the teller lives?
Over there in the castle tower. My daddy's watching the entrance so that only nice people can get in.
Do you guys
Do you think he'll let me
have to
in?
worry about anyone not nice
I don't
coming
know
in?
if you're nice, but you have to ask my daddy.
I mean, it seems like the only
Have
people who
fun,
could reach her would
Saina.
be Elation, right?
Are you leaving?
Yes, I'm sorry, but there are some things I have to do.
Grown-ups are always too busy.
That's true.
It's a nest. They don't all seem to live in nests, though. There are quite a few inhabited buildings in this village.
Well, I mean, if they're living in the buildings, then they might have been the original builders. Maybe some like buildings and some like nests. There doesn't have to be different people who built the city. Okay, so this must be her dad.
Why is he perched on top of that pillar?
He's watching. Let's go talk to him. Oh, wait. Oh, is this her mom making the pottery?
It's a young Alatien female working with clay.
Gotta be. Although if she didn't want Selena bothering
Don't
her.
come too close. I'm almost done with this pot.
Yeah, she's not going to want us to bug her either.
Sorry.
Are you here to buy pottery? I didn't think traders were allowed up here.
No, I came to speak with your teller.
Really? I didn't know the teller spoke with anyone from the outside. You must be a very special girl.
I'm a little bit prophesied about.
Supposedly. My name's April, by the way.
Nima is my name. Nima of Ta'ama. The only Alatien village on Alace.
Are there Alatien villages in other places? Well, I mean, if you're Alatien because you live on Alaeus, then probably not.
I like your pottery.
It's our craft. That and storytelling. But storytelling can't buy merchandise or food.
I know a lot of people who live by telling stories, although I guess that's kind of different.
They are lucky then. Not that I don't enjoy making pottery. It's good to feel the wet clay between my claws, to shape it into whatever I wish. It's almost like creating a new life, I think. I don't have a husband yet, so I haven't tried. Have you? Do you have a husband and children?
Neither, thank you. I don't think I'm ready for that yet.
Only 18.
I
Take your
was
time,
18
April.
turnings this spring.
Oh.
I'm ready for a husband, but I've yet to court anyone who could make me soar on the winds. I think the men of Tam are dull and timid.
Oh.
What about the guard on the road below the village? He's our age, isn't he?
Isam? He's quite pretty, and his wings are big, but I don't think he likes me. He never looks at me or talks to me.
That doesn't mean anything.
Are we going to go play
Just be
matchmaker?
shy.
I think we are.
Maybe you could talk to him, find out who he likes, but don't say I sent you.
Uh-huh.
Sure, I can do that.
Thank you, April.
I should go find the teller,
Thank you, Nima.
but instead,
You're welcome, April.
we're totally going to run over and play matchmaker. Let's do this. Okay, so she is not the mom then. She's just someone else who's doing some pottery. Faster, April, faster. Okay, so not this one, I don't think, right? I think she meant the guy down further, because this one sounded like he was an older gentleman. So then, how's it going? Just wanted to chat with you about some of the local ladies and...
So, Isam, that's your name, isn't it?
Yes, Isam of Tamar.
A good-looking guy like you must get a lot of attention from the girls, right?
April, that might come
Are
off
you
the wrong way.
asking me
Yeah.
for courtship?
Me? No. Wings don't do anything for me. No, I was just thinking, maybe you had your eye out for somebody special?
I'm without a mate. The women of Tamar are cold and unfriendly, and whenever I try to talk to one of them, she ignores me.
Which one, huh?
Even Nima?
Nima? No, she's too pretty for me. She won't appreciate my
Oh,
attention.
confidence, buddy. Come on.
This is like high school. Trust me, Isam. You go talk to her one of these days, and I'm sure you'll find you have a lot in common. Just be yourself, okay?
Confidence. Confidence is the
You
key
think
to being
so?
attractive. People are
Perhaps
attracted
you
to
are right.
confidence.
I will do as you say, Windbringer. Thank you.
Oh my goodness, he's gonna...
Thanks for your help.
I'm almost nervous that
You
the...
should go see the teller. She'll want to speak with you.
I'll do as you say, Windbringer. You don't have to go talk to this girl just because the woman out of prophecy told you to. I'm just trying to help you out. I'm meddling in romantic affairs here. You don't actually have to listen to me, Isam. I mean, it'd be great if things work out for him, but he's certainly not obligated just because I'm the Windbringer. Okay, it seems a bit much to hope that they've talked yet, but we'll let her know that...
Hi, Nima.
Hi, April.
So, I've encouraged him
Nima.
to go ahead and talk to you.
Goodbye, April.
We'll see how that works out. Yeah, let's talk to this fella.
Halt! Who would visit the teller?
Just the Windbringer.
I'm the Windbringer.
The Windbringer? You are not the Windbringer. Are you?
Pretty sure I am, yeah.
How else would I have been able to get up here? I am the Windbringer.
If so, you must prove that you are of the Alatien.
There
are 4 tales from the 4 corners of the world that you must know by heart.
Oh.
They are the tale of winds, the tale of stars, the tale of sea, and the tale of homecoming. I will ask you one question from each tale, and you must answer each correctly, or you cannot be the Windbringer. Are you ready?
No. I should take some time to prepare. But you guys have told me that this is a game that doesn't let you completely botch things, so let's just see what I want to know what she's going to say if we totally don't know.
Yes, ask me the questions.
In the tale of winds, which mountain did Iwana fall from in her vain attempt to fly higher and further than anyone else?
Oh, it's not even going to give me fun options to guess, because obviously it's not going to be mountains from Stark.
Mount Kilimanjaro?
That is wrong. Pay attention to the tale that is told to you, and do not return until you know it by heart.
All right. Okay, so, well, if we talk to Sana, she just memorized the first tale, so we can at least get that much from her. And then we do have 3 other people we can talk to, so maybe each of them will have a tale.
Hi, Saina.
Hi, April.
So, you were talking to me about this tale you learned.
Do you know one of the 4 tales of winds, stars, sea, and homecoming?
Yes, my mommy taught me the tale of the stars. It's a really pretty story. Do you want me to tell it?
Yes, please.
Please, Saina, I would like that very much.
Okay. This is my tale, the tale of stars, and I tell it to you in my own words, as it was told to me by my teacher, in her words. In the small village of Jinjay near the rumbling hills of Onion, there lived a girl called Mona. She was a curious girl, and she would always get in the way of grown Alatien. Go play somewhere else, they would say to Mona, but she didn't want to play with the other children. She wanted to be where the grown-ups were, to see what they were doing, and learn from them. But one day, after getting many complaints from the pottery makers, and guardsmen, and traders, and soldiers in the village, Mona's mother told her that she wasn't to interfere with the grown-ups anymore, and that instead she could go play with the other children, or sit still and draw or work with clay. But Mona was always curious, and now, since she wasn't to be among the grown Alatien anymore, she decided to go exploring the forest that lay just outside of the village of Jinjay. She had many times been forbidden to enter the forest because it could be a dangerous place, but Mona was very curious. Of course, she wasn't planning on going far into the forest, but then her eye caught sight of a white flufftail hopping through the tall grass, and Mona, curious as ever, gave chase. The flufftail ran away into the forest, and Mona followed, blind to where she was going, and interested only in catching the white flufftail so that she could keep it as a pet. But then, after a good while, the flufftail disappeared into a hole in the ground, leaving Mona alone in a small clearing, somewhere deep inside the forest. She was exhausted after running after the flufftail for so long, and as she looked around the clearing at the unfamiliar trees and flowers, she realized that she hadn't been paying attention to where she was going. Not for the first time her curiosity had gotten the better of her, but this time it was serious. Mona was too young to fly, and she had very little sense of direction.
Oh, I have that in common with her.
Chasing the white flufftail had made her dizzy and tired. It was getting darker, and Mona was all alone in the deep, dangerous forest, too sleepy and too scared to be able to go anywhere. Mona curled up with her wings wrapped around her under the leaves of a tree and began crying. Soon it got really dark, and somewhere, not far away, wolves started howling at the moon. Mona was so scared she was petrified, but after a while her exhaustion got the better of her, and she fell asleep. She woke up when she heard a voice calling her from somewhere far above. Looking up at the starry sky, Mona saw a vision of the spirits of 5 tellers gazing down at her. "You have let your curiosity lead you astray," said one. "You are lost, and you deserve to be lost," said another.
Ooh, that one kind of
"Poor
sucks.
little girl," said a third. "We will help you home," said a fourth.
Good thing only one of them's mean.
"But remember this," said the 5th spirit. "We will lead you back to your village and to your mother only if you promise us one thing." "I promise," said Mona. "Whatever it is, I promise I will do it."
You should have figured out what it
"Very
was
well,"
first,
said the
kiddo.
first spirit. "You will make the story of this night into your own tale, and you will call it the Tale of Stars."
Oh, that's not bad.
"It will be a tale to warn the curious to be careful," continued the 3rd spirit, "and to not let their curiosity get the better of them. And," said the 2nd spirit, "to remind the Alatien that the spirits of their tellers watch out for them when they most need it." And so the spirits of the 5 tellers guided Mona through the forest, and by dawn she was home. And Mona did tell her tale, the Tale of Stars, to everyone in the village, so that everyone would remember that the curious must be cautious, and that the spirits of the tellers are always watching. This was my tale, the tale of stars, and I told it in my own words as my teacher did to me.
That was a beautiful tale, Saina.
Yep, nice job.
Thank you.
Bye-bye, Saina.
You're leaving again? I wish you could stay.
I know, but I gotta learn all these
Me
tales.
too, Saina, believe me.
Okay, so there's one tale. But the first tale he asked us about was not the Tale of Stars. It was the first tale. So I think we need to hear all of the tales before we worry about anything else. Do I want to ask her now, or do I go back and talk to Isam and then talk to her? Well, we'll try it.
Hi, Nima.
Hi, April.
Do you know one of the 4 tales of winds, stars, sea, and homecoming?
I had to learn the tale of homecoming. It took a long time, but I think I got it now. I'm better with pottery than I am with the tales, unfortunately. Do you want to hear it?
Yes, please.
Please.
Very well. This is the tale of homecoming, my tale, and I shall tell it in my own words, as told to me by my teacher, in her words, and by her teacher in turn. Moran was a handsome young Alatien man with strong wings and a hardy beak. He lived below the white cliffs, where the water was salty and the fish plentiful. Moran was betrothed to Inara, the loveliest girl there ever was. She was fair and slender and tall, and her eyes were the clearest shade of blue. But Moran was hesitant to enter into union with Inara, to become her husband and to give her children. He would always come up with a new excuse for why they had to wait a little while longer.
So what was the real reason?
Now, Inara was skilled at pottery, but even more so with stories, and the teller of the village had many times asked Inara to be her apprentice, to learn all the tales, so that someday she could take over as the teller. But Inara refused, knowing that if she did accept the teller's offer, she would never be able to marry Moran, because a teller cannot have a husband nor children of her own.
Oh.
Her refusal to become the teller's apprentice was unheard of, because who could refuse such an honor? But to Inara, love was more important. Her love for Moran was beyond honor, beyond reason.
But he keeps saying
But despite
no.
Inara's love, Moran was still hesitant. And then one day he told Inara, "I am traveling on a pilgrimage to the far shores. I will be gone for some time, and while I am traveling, and in accordance with our traditions, I will be freed from our betrothal. Not until I come back will the bond between us be renewed."
Oh, Inara, don't keep waiting for this
It
guy.
was not unusual for a young Alatien man at that time to go on a pilgrimage, and the bond between the betrothed would often be cut while he was away, to be formed again upon his return. But Inara was heartbroken, because she had thought that Moran would soon want to marry her. When Moran saw her tears, he said to her, "Do not weep. When I come back, I promise I will marry you."
Oh, Inara, just move on with your life and
Just
do
wait
something
for
that
me,
doesn't have to do with
and stay
him.
with your pots, to make the time pass quickly. And then Moran left on his pilgrimage to the far shores. Many years went by, and Moran had exciting adventures on the far shores. But by and by, he began to long for home, and for Inara. And now he had finally realized that he loved her, and that he wanted to marry her.
I hope she did something else in the
But when he
meantime.
returned, he could not find Inara amongst the pot makers. He went to visit her family, and they told him that, after waiting for many years, Inara accepted the teller's offer of apprenticeship.
Good for her.
And that when the teller left on the last wind during the previous winter, Inara herself became the new teller.
That's why you shouldn't have waited so much,
Angry,
Moran.
made his way
Angry?
to the teller's nest, and when he saw Inara, he said to her, "You promised me you would wait."
That's a lot to
But
expect
Inara
out of
did not say
somebody.
a single word in answer. She just turned around and lifted something wrapped in leaves from the cot behind her and gave it to Moran. Moran unwrapped the package, and inside he found an old pot, cracked and broken in two. "What is this pot?" he asked. "And why did you not wait for me like I asked you to?" And finally Inara spoke, and she said to Moran, "I made this pot for you, my dear Moran, when you left, because I wanted it to be my marriage gift to you. But when many, many years passed, I finally realized that you did not love me the way I loved you, and to live hoping otherwise would be death." "But I want to marry you," cried Moran. "I came back."
Took way too
But
long.
Inara just nodded at the broken pot in Moran's hands and said, like an old pot that is left without care. A heart may break in two.
And you can't put it back together.
And a broken heart can never be mended. And so Inara turned away, never to speak with Moran again. And Moran's heart, like the pot that was left untended, broke in two, because absence makes a heart brittle. This was the tale of homecoming, my tale, and I told it in my own words as told to me by my teacher, and as I will tell it to my student when the time comes.
Bye, Nima.
Goodbye, April.
I kind of like that tale, really. I don't know that Inara's really happy with the life she made for herself. It'd be nice if she could have moved past him and found happiness, but I'm glad she didn't just wait, and he gets to go off and have whatever adventures he wants, and then he has the gall to come back and be mad at her that she didn't just stay there and wait forever because he wanted her to just hold her life indefinitely while he got to do whatever he wanted with his. What a bunch of bull. That guy's a clown. So, no, you don't get to just do whatever, gallivant around, and then realize, oh, actually, I did kind of like that gal. Maybe I should go see what she's doing nowadays. Like, no. She's over you, buddy. I don't know that she's really over him. I mean, I like it. So I like the comparison with the pot, and it's broken too, and you can't really, I would have liked better than instead of saying a broken heart can never be mended, because eventually it can. You can get over heartbreak. It's not going to be easy, but, you know, you can move on with your life and you can find someone who treats you better and it'll be okay. I'd like it better if it was like, you can mend this pot, but it's never going to be the same as it was before you broke it. I think that would be a little bit better tale, but... Alright, let's see if he knows any stories.
Do you know one of the 4 tales of winds, stars, sea, and homecoming?
Mine is the tale of winds, Windbringer. Do you wish to hear it?
Absolutely.
Very much.
Then I shall tell it. This is the tale of winds, my tale, and I pledge to tell it in my own words, as told in turn by my teacher. In the village of Karan, in the mountains of tall winds, there lived a young Alatien woman named Iwana. Iwana had one desire above all others, to soar higher and farther than anyone else.
Mountains of tall winds. Okay, I think that's all the
Even
information
though
I
her
needed.
wings
No,
were
we'll listen to the story.
nor her body sleeker than anyone else's, she pursued this foolish desire without rest. And as time passed, she did soar higher, and she did fly farther than the other young Alatien in her village, and her name became known far and wide amongst the tribes of the mountains of tall winds. But still, Iwana was not happy. She was not happy because, in her vanity, even though she was a better flyer than almost everyone else, and to her eyes, she was still not good enough. She wanted to be so much better than anyone else that she would be remembered for all time as the best flyer amongst all the Alatien. And so one day, Iwana decided to climb to the top of Mount Bakta'ana, the Tower of Light, and to soar from those giddy heights to the ends of the world. Her friends and her family pleaded with her not to, because every Alatien knew that to soar from such heights was dangerous, that at such heights the air was thin and the winds treacherous. But Iwana would not listen, and on a cold and clear morning she climbed up the Tower of Light to the rock and the ice at the very top. From there she could see to the ends of the world. And it brought tears to her eyes to know that now, finally, she would be greater and better than any Alatien before her. And so Iwana spread her wings and leaped off the mountain. Those who watched her from far below said that for a split moment Iwana soared, and she soared higher and farther than any Alatien before or since. But then the treacherous winds caught a hold of her, and the thin air made her plummet towards the ground, and to fall to her death amongst the rocks at the base of the mountain. In her vanity, Iwana could not see beyond her desire to be the very best. And vanity always stands to fall. That was the tale of winds, my tale, and I told it in my own words, as told to me in turn by my teacher.
Oof. And so Iwana did actually gain that everlasting fame that she wanted, but not in the way that she wanted. She became a cautionary tale for everyone else. Yikes. Well, that's what vanity gets ya.
Do you know one of the 4 tales of winds, stars, sea, and homecoming?
Mine is the tale of sea, human.
All right.
Would you mind telling it to me?
I would be happy to do so. This is the tale of sea, told in my own words, as it was told to me by my teacher in his words, and to him by his teacher in his words. This was a very, very long time ago, when the Alatien were a strong people, and we could spend days riding the hot winds above the seas. We hunted fish then, and we were at war with the Merum.
Yeah, about that.
The Wet-tails. Akalis was one of the strongest warriors there was. His claws were sharp and long, his beak pointy, and his teeth strong. Akalis was admired by everyone in his clan, and because of this, he was cocky and arrogant.
Got a feeling something bad's gonna happen to him, too.
One day, the teller of Akalis city asked him to perform a very important and very special duty, to bring a sacred jewel to the teller of an Alatien town across the sea. This particular jewel was very important because it signified a union between the 2 towns, and it would benefit the people of both that it was delivered safely and promptly. Akalis grinned and told the teller that he would deliver the jewel both quickly and safely, and that she was not to worry. But the teller did worry, because Akalis was young and too sure of himself. But she wanted to test him, and to teach him that sharp claws, a pointy beak, and strong teeth are not all a warrior needs, that a warrior must also be wise and careful. So Akalis set out across the sea on his flight. It was on the 4th day that he spotted something in the water that caught his attention, and forgetting his duty and following his curiosity...
Oh boy, I'd probably do the same thing.
Akalis dived towards the water to investigate. When he came closer, he saw that there were Merum in the water, foolishly hunting close to the surface, and Akalis saw an opportunity to again prove his might as a great warrior to his people, and to capture the fins of a few Wet-tails. But this time, Akalis' arrogance got the better of him, because the Merum had set a trap. As he dived towards the Merum with his claws, a spear shot up from the water to hit him. Akalis struck the water and dropped the jewel he was carrying, and it was all he could do not to drown. Akalis was bleeding, and the Merum were grabbing onto his wings and his legs, but he fought bravely, and finally he managed to escape. But even though he now lived, he was dead inside.
Yep, failed the important mission.
Because the shame of losing the sacred jewel would always be with him. Akalis could not return to his village, because he had neglected his duty to his teller and to his people. And so he went away to a small island where he could be
Well, shouldn't
alone.
he return and at least let him know what happened?
To himself and his people, Akalis now became the lost one. He who had been on a sacred mission, but had failed in his arrogance.
How did they know what happened if he never came back to talk
year
to anyone?
passed, and one day Akalis met with human traders from a ship that came close to his island. From the traders, Akalis heard speak of a hideous creature that lived in the sea, the Octowoe. The Octowoe was said to have a third eye, like a jewel, and that this eye pulled hapless sailors into its deadly 8-armed grasp. Akalis knew immediately that the Octowoe's third eye had to be the jewel that he lost in the sea a year ago, and he now saw the opportunity to redeem himself. But Alatien were not used to water, and the thought of submerging himself in the cold, harsh ocean chilled Achilles to his heart. But he was the lost one, and if in his death he could at the very least redeem himself, to his own heart, then, it would be worth it. So Achilles fashioned himself a spear, because in the water his claws and his beak would be too slow, and he flew out to where the Octowoe was last seen. And then Achilles dived into the sea. The dark water closed in on him, and his wings and legs went numb. But still Achilles kept pushing down until he saw the lair of the Octowoe. Spotting Achilles, the Octowoe attacked, and Achilles saw the monster's third eye, his sacred jewel, shining bright in the darkness, and his heart was filled with a sense of duty and courage that he had never felt before. But as he began fighting the 8-armed monster, Achilles realized that if he were to fight like he usually did, he would not stand a chance. He would have to think differently. And so Achilles tricked the Octowoe into following him through a tight chasm where the monster got stuck. And then he swam above it, and using his spear, tipped a rock on top of the Octowoe. Swimming back down again, the Octowoe was flailing helplessly. Now, almost out of air, Achilles took the sacred jewel from the Octowoe's head and swam back up. Finally, Achilles could deliver the sacred jewel to the town across the sea. And upon returning to his village...
Oh, so that's how they know the
went
tale.
to the teller, bowed his head, and said, "Forgive me, teller, for in my arrogance I thought I could do everything. But I could not, and I became the lost one because of it." "You were lost," said the teller, "but you are no more. Because now you see the limits of your own strength, and you will know that a warrior must be careful and wise, in addition to being strong and fierce."
And not distracted by curiosity.
This was the tale of C. And I told it in my own words, as told to me by my teacher.
Thank you. I like these guys' tales. These are better than the tales that we read back at the library. Tales with morals. Lessons learned. All right, let's see if we can answer these questions.
Are you ready for the questions now?
I am. Let's do this.
Yes, ask me the questions.
In the Tale of Winds, which mountain did Iguana fall from in her vain attempt to fly higher and further than anyone else?
Why, that would be... Mount Bactana, the Tower of Light.
Mount Bactana, the Tower of Light.
That is correct. In the Tale of Stars, what did Mona see in the sky that helped her find her way home?
5 tellers.
The spirits of 5 tellers.
That is correct. In the Tale of C, what creature did the Lost One battle in his quest to recover the sacred jewel?
Octowoe. A Snapjaw? One of the Merom?
The Octowoe?
That is correct. My final question to you is this. In the Tale of Homecoming, what was given to Moran by his teller when he returned from his pilgrimage?
Broken pot, and boy did he deserve it. A kiss? No.
A broken pot, to teach him that absence may break a heart in two.
You have correctly answered all my questions, and so have proven your knowledge of the 4 tales. You are the Windbringer.
Excellent.
The teller would see you presently.
All right. And on that triumphant note, I'm going to go ahead and wind the episode down here. Please like and subscribe if you've enjoyed this. Come back next time. We're going to go on in there. We're going to talk to the teller.